What's going on, guys? We're gonna do a quick tutorial here on the famous Neko rig, and that's the Neko rig. I got corrected. Neko. Some people pronounce it as Neko, but it is pronounced as Neko, and it does get confused between Neko Baits and then the rig itself. But I have Joe here that he is going to show you the setup he uses, the baits he uses, when he uses them. It's gonna give you a lot of information, so here we go, and I'm gonna go ahead and have Joe take it away.
Okay, the first thing is why I fish the Neko rig. Well, look, we all do the drop shotting, we all do the wacky rigging and Ned rigging. Well, I found that with the Neko rig, I can get into places that those rigs can't. Number one, rocky areas. Number two, grassy areas. Any place where there's riprap rock, where your Ned rig is constantly getting snagged, or you're going through drop shot weights like crazy. I throw the Neko rig and I don't get snagged. It very seldom gets hung up. It's the only exposed hook technique that very seldom gets hung up. And if it does get hung up, you usually get your stuff back. All right. So now, again, this is the simplest rig ever. Okay, simpler than any other rig. All you need is a hook, a worm, and a nail. That's it. One. Put the nail in the head of the worm, just like that. Takes a friggin' second. Take the hook, put it in the center of the worm, either this way, or you can do it this way. Choose your poison. Boom, your Neko rig. That is it. Okay? So then why do I have all this stuff out here? Well, because there are certain things that makes it better. All right? First, let's go over the baits. You can use any kind of bait that you want. Okay? Certain baits are made specifically for Neko rig, like the Missile Baits quiver. Okay? It's got a nice flat head there where you can just take any kind of nail you want and you can put it in very easily, just like that, and boom, you're done. All right, now one thing that you're going to figure out is that you may lose one. If you rig it the way that I showed you, your worm is good for about maybe 3 fish and then it's gone. So what we figured out, G7 makes this setup with these little silicone tubes right there. These little silicone tubes, and they come in a bunch of different sizes, and you can buy a lot of them. And with this rigging tool, you take this tube, put this on this rigging tube, and G7 sells these too. And you can use a regular pair of pliers, but pair of pliers is a little bit trickier. And then this will open up that tube where you can just put your bait through. Boom. There you go. And this is going to save you baits. And you take your hook, you put the hook right underneath that, whoops, right underneath that tube like that. And I have caught as much as 17 fish on one bait just by using that silicone tube right there. And this is how your setup should look once you're ready to go. All right. Now, the type of baits that I like. This is a robo worm fat straight. Okay, great Neko rig worm. Okay, it's actually perfect for Neko rigging. Another one is the Bass Pro Shops Flick and Shimmy worm. If you want a little bit thinner profile. Okay, they work great. Catch a lot of fish on these. Missile Baits, like I said, Missile Baits quiver. That's specially made for Neko rigging right there. Okay. Gary Yamamoto, come on, they got to get in the name. The Neko Fat. All right, you want to go for the big girls? Give them a nice chunky thing to eat. Okay, next thing I want to talk to you about is nails. All you need is a little nail, any kind of nail you want from Home Depot. That's all you need. But look, you want to get technical? They got these things are good. Like if you really want to feel what you're fishing over, just take this, screw this in the worm. 1, 2, 3. It's really. This is so simple. Okay. Well, I can get the in right, but anyway, get that. You've worked that. Tap, 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 tap. You'll be able to feel better. But I'm telling you, you really don't need anything like that. Well, they make tungsten nails. They got these things here. They make it all. You want to spend your money on that? Go ahead. Now, to me, when I first started this, I was having a little bit of problem, especially with the hook. Okay, I wasn't really happy with any kind of hook that I used. The ones that are on the market specifically for Neko rigs wasn't working that great. So then I seen Joe Uribe at a seminar once, and he was showing people about the Neko rig, and I asked him what hook he used, and then he turned me on to this hook here, and for me it was a game changer. And this is my special tip for this video. So we all use Gamakatsu hooks, but I want to know how many of you ever tried this hook right here. Okay, the Gamakatsu B10S Stinger. And you're going to say, I know most of you are going to say, look, I never heard of that hook, I never seen it. Well, that's because if you go to Bass Pro Shops and you go to the hook section in the main fishing area, you're not going to find this hook. And the reason why is it's in the fly shop. Hello? Yes, it's in the fly shop. So if you're not a fly fisherman, you probably would have never found it. Joe Uribe turned me on to this hook. I've been using it ever since. The best part of it, Tackle Warehouse has these 25 hooks for $6.99, and they are just as sharp as any other gammy hook that you know. Okay, and you know we all pay way more than that. And so if you want to give this hook a try, I think it's a game changer. Not only for Neko rigging, for drop shotting, for a lot of other techniques. They come in a variety of sizes. There you go. I put it out there. That's my secret. All right, it's a game changer. Now, the gear. I'm an ultra finesse guy. You can. It's definitely a spinning rod technique. So I use I love St. Croix. This is a St. Croix, a 610 medium light, extra fast tip, Mojo Bass. This rod will set you back about $130. It is a really good rod, and I pair it up with a very simple this is a Fluger President reel. It's probably the 20, I think it's the 25 size, because I don't like any big reels. I want to keep it super light and just very easy to handle. This is very simple technique. So that's about all I got. Maybe hopefully this will encourage some guys to go out there and try it. It really works well. You see some rock, you see some riprap where your Ned rig is getting snagged, try the Neko rig. You'll be glad you did. Take care. Tight lines.
All right, guys, so that was Joe. He showed us some really good information here, and one of the things that he didn't mention was the size of line that he uses. It's the FC Sniper 7-pound, right?
7 pounds.
7-pound test. It's a good medium between 6 and 8. It's a thin line, very strong. In fact, earlier he just pulled a 3+ pound bass using the same technique he just showed you with a margarita mutilator robo worm. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the water. Tight lines.